Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Cooking with Lexi. Today I will be making for you a honey garlic glazed salmon with Brussels sprouts, andouille smoked sausage, and some garlic Texas toast. I'm going to be preparing all of this in the oven today. I'll show you how I season everything, how I bake everything. It's pretty easy, pretty simple, and it's healthy as well for the most part. Just had my baby, so I'm trying to cook more on the healthier side and get back into shape. So yeah, follow along. Okay, so we have our ingredients here. Here I have some Norwegian Atlantic salmon from just Walmart. Usually I prefer to use fresh salmon. My dad goes on the charter boat every year and he catches a bunch of salmon and doesn't eat salmon. So he gives them all to me, and I usually have like 10 pounds of salmon in my freezer at a time that I take out throughout the year. But I ate it all. So we went to Walmart, got some salmon. I just hate how little the fillets are, but you know, it's whatever. So I'm making 4 of them for me and Tyler. We also have some andouille smoked sausage. We're using Zeterans today. You can also use Johnsonville. It's a good one. I think it's called Johnsonville. Just some regular Brussels sprouts. These were frozen. I tossed them in the microwave for like 2 minutes to get them unfrozen because I'm gonna bake them in the oven. I'm not gonna show you how to make this Texas toast. Just follow the instructions on the box. It's so easy. Just put them on a pan, put them in the oven. And for our seasonings for the salmon, we are gonna have salt, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, parsley for garnishing, and then we're gonna be using Old Bay seasoning. And I will show you the ingredients for the glaze when I make it. All right, let's get started here. So I'm just baking everything on a regular cookie sheet. Like I said, I warmed these Brussels sprouts up in the microwave for like, I think I did 3 minutes, just to get them unthawed. They're not cooked all the way, well, they might be cooked all the way through, but I'm gonna be baking them in the oven. So I'm gonna do like stripes on my cookie sheet of all the different ingredients, because we're gonna be doing different seasonings and different, like I'm putting the glaze on. I'm gonna keep the salmon away from the Brussels sprouts actually, because I'm doing a glaze on them. I'm gonna be doing different seasonings on everything, and I don't want to get them kind of contaminated. Well, it doesn't really matter, but I'm a little picky. I don't like anything to be contaminated. So as you can see, I have my salmon fillets over here. I've got my Brussels sprouts here. I'm cutting up my andouille sausage just into smaller pieces and putting that on here as well. As you can see, I've got a lot of room on my baking sheet still. If I wanted to, I could really stuff a lot of stuff on here and make it kind of a big meal, especially if I was cooking for more people, but I'm not going to. So for our, sorry, I gotta find my olive oil. I forgot to add that to the ingredients. But for my Brussels sprouts, I gotta look for it for a second, but for my Brussels sprouts, I'm going to do extra virgin olive oil on it with salt and pepper. And I'm also gonna sprinkle a little bit of Parmesan cheese on it. So I'll show you that. Just a moment, I gotta find it. Okay, so for my Brussels sprouts, I'm gonna just drizzle a little bit of olive oil. And I'm going to season it. I'm going to season it with salt. Oh my gosh, come on. You don't want to go too overboard with the salt because they can get salty really quick. And some black pepper. And a touch of Parmesan. And then I'm gonna mix this all in here and make sure that gets coated nicely. Ooh. And that is it just for the Brussels sprouts. Now for the sausage, I'm just leaving it how it is because andouille sausage actually has a ton of seasonings infused in the meat. It's more of a spicy sausage. You know me, I like a little bit of spice. So this is my favorite type of smoked sausage. If you don't like spice, I would highly recommend, I think it's called Polska kielbasa, I believe is how you pronounce it. It's Polish sausage and it's very, very tasty and it's very mild. So now for my salmon, I'm gonna hit it with all of these seasonings. I'm just seasoning the one side, mostly because I'm a little lazy, but also if you do a good job, you really don't have to do both sides because when you take a bite of the salmon, you'll pretty much get the seasonings if you season one side well. So just to reiterate, we've got salt, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, and Old Bay. Then we got some parsley to garnish it. So the parsley doesn't add a ton of flavor, but it makes it look really pretty. That's basically what I'm saying. So I'm gonna add the parsley after I add the glaze to the salmon. So that's it for seasoning everything. Now I'm gonna show you how to make that glaze that we're gonna add on top of the salmon. Okay, so to make the glaze for the salmon, what we need is half a stick of butter. Then I'm gonna do one just good spoonful of minced garlic. And I'm gonna do about 2 tablespoons or so of honey. You guys know me, I never really measure anything, I just guess of what looks good. Oh, sorry, that focus is coming out. That should be about 2 tablespoons. And maybe a teaspoon or 2 of some lemon juice. Usually I like to use fresh lemon, but I don't have any right now. And then I'm gonna throw this in the microwave just until the butter's completely melted and mix it up, and then we're gonna drizzle it on top of the salmon. All right, so now we're gonna drizzle this glaze on top. Half a stick of butter is a little bit too much butter, guys. So you can probably do like a 1/4 stick or a 1/3 of a stick. But either way, this is gonna be pretty delicious. You just wanna completely make sure you coat your salmon. This also keeps it nice and moist while it's baking. Oops. That way we don't get, because if your salmon gets dried out, it can get way too overcooked and it's just not good. So this kind of prevents that from happening. So yeah, I'm gonna call that evenly coated. And now I have my oven set to 350 degrees. What are you doing? I have the oven set to 350 degrees and we're gonna cook it for 20 minutes. All right, so as you can see, we got the oven at 350 degrees and we are baking for 20 minutes. Okay, while everything's baking, I thought I'd show you a little video of little Raven. She's taking a nap in her crib right now. Oh my gosh, isn't she so cute? I had her April 15th. She was 21 inches long. She was 8 pounds, 11 ounces. So she's a big girl. Yeah, I ended up having to have an emergency C-section, which was not planned whatsoever, but we were so happy that Raven was healthy and that I was healthy and everything went smoothly. So yeah, glad you guys got to get a little peek at her. All right, there you have it, everybody. I forgot to add it on camera, but I did add some parsley on there right before I threw it in the oven. But yeah, it's super simple. It's gonna taste delicious. I'll show you a picture of the plate afterwards, so hope you enjoyed this recipe.